Hey, up viewers and viewers, my name is General Red Stretches and welcome back to another round of Reddit with myself and Phil. Phil's in the room with me.
I am in the room with you, yes. Are you okay? How are you doing?
Yeah, I'm good. Yeah, yourself?
Yeah, not too bad, not too shabby.
Yeah. So what are we looking at here?
We're having a look at Ask UK.
Ask UK.
Where it's people basically asking questions of various different things of the UK, things that they want to know about, probably people from other countries. And we've got some comments as well. So what we'll do is we'll answer of our own accord and then see what the comments say. A few comments.
I have a selection of comments, Phil. So do you want to read that first question out?
Why are so many seaside towns rough? Does anyone know why coastal towns are quite often really rough? Is it the decline of British fishing or tourists going abroad that's led to this deprivation? Aside from a few places in Cornwall, I don't think I've ever been to a seaside town that's actually nice.
Yeah,
right.
There's a lot of
factors here.
Yeah, I mean, it depends on the coastal town. Like, obviously, the British fishing industry is nowhere near what it used to be. So yeah, there's economic decline, which probably accounts for some of them. Others, again, like because there's a lot of like resort towns on the coast in the UK, which like back in the 19th and early 20th century were very big, but of course over time with like the decline of things like manufacturing industries, things like that, the traditional source of their people,
there are rough ones, but it do get some nice ones.
Yeah.
You said Cornwall, but Brighton is a nice one.
Yeah.
There's some nice. It's a nice seaside town. Is Brighton.
You've really got to pick it very well. Like,
absolutely.
if you're looking for like the big major coastal towns, then yeah, you'll find rough areas. Sometimes it's better, I think, to look for like out of the way country villages that are on the coast, because that's probably where you'll find the more picturesque stuff.
Yeah, absolutely. One that we can both definitely say would fit into the category is Blackpool.
Oh yeah, Blackpool is rough as hell.
Blackpool is rough as hell.
Everyone goes on about it as though it's amazing, but as people who lived in the rough area where it was, nah, it really isn't. Yeah.
Okay, so that's our thoughts. Let's have a look at the comments. What other people have said about this.
Indeed.
Okay, so would imagine living in an area which operates mostly on seasonal trade has much higher economic and social disparity. Growing up somewhere your best earning only comes during summer months and you're still priced out being able to live there.
Indeed, yeah, that is a good point.
Yes,
seasonal trade and all
very
that.
limited job opportunities as well.
Yeah.
And they might pay minimum wage. Yeah, got to think about things like that.
Yeah. Freddie Mercury.
Freddie Mercury.
Yeah. Indeed, what else?
Massively cheaper, this can't be said loud enough. A week in Cornwall cost me over 1k, and that was a basic one-bedroom Airbnb. Not including food, drink, I could have spent a week almost anywhere in Europe for half as much.
Yeah, it's just very expensive, that's all, in some areas. Indeed. People who are down on the luck are also attracted to places they have happy child memories of. Childhood memories, I suppose, in that sense. We've just absolutely ripped Blackpool to pieces, but there will be people out there who do
like it, yes, and that as well. This raw chicken lives in a coastal town in North Yorkshire with some of the highest council tax and lowest wage rates in the country.
Yeah, that.
Okay, so that's a bit about seaside time. That's an interesting
seaside
question.
towns, yeah. Okay, so here's the next one up, Phil. Ooh, yeah. Click on that one to get the comments up as well. So, which British TV moment will you never forget? Stolen from an Ask Reddit post. Well, the first one that actually came to my mind was Del Boy falling off the pub counter, or falling behind the pub counter.
That's a classic.
That one.
That one, I would say with that one. As well as some of the moments, the chandelier falling.
The Batman and Robin coming out of the fog. Yeah, that's so good. Yeah, basically a load of Only Fools and Horses stuff. Those are pretty unforgettable.
One of my comparisons from Fawlty Towers when he's trying to get he's trying to get some flowers for his wife or something because it's their anniversary, and his car breaks down, and he's trying to get just Basil. That's it, John Cleese.
There's a lot of classic.
And he's trying to take it. It's just oh. Come on, start you! And then he comes out of his car and he goes right, and gets out of his car, and you see him go off screen, and he comes back with a branch and starts battering his car with it. It's so good. Yeah, absolutely classic.
Fawlty Towers are the moments that are great from that one. The one "Don't Mention the War" when he has the German guests.
Having these on YouTube, they will be on YouTube.
Yeah, I mean it's an old-fashioned style of humour, but if you're into that kind of slightly silly, quite old-school edgy humour, then that can be the thing. There's another one, Fawlty Towers episode, where he's like trying to put up like a reindeer head on the wall, and it like falls down on top of him.
Oh god, yeah. And of course Manuel.
Oh,
he's Ke. Yeah,
Okay.
unfortunately, the actor of
Get a clean one. It's Andrew Sachs. Yeah.
Yeah, he's died. Yeah.
He did.
Okay, commenters, what have you said? You all have the grace of reversing dump truck without any tyres on.
Well, I don't know what that's got to do with anything. Is that a reference
No,
to something?
I think that's a quote.
Oh, okay. James
I've read that,
Shakespeare.
yeah.
I don't know what the reference to that is to.
Let's see what.
Can we
else
see
we've
it?
got.
Recognise any of these references? Was that at the time there seemed to be a man who was there for a job? Oh yes.
Oh yes. Oh,
Yes,
I thought he
yes.
was a tech expert, and he actually carried it off.
He did. Yeah. Yes, I remember that.
Guy Gomer. That's
Yeah,
it.
That's the one. Yeah, I remember that. That was a
Oh
classic.
my god, that was so funny.
Yeah.
Yeah. They should have. They didn't offer it. They didn't actually give him the job. That's,
Indeed.
Oh, honestly.
Yeah. Yeah, still talking about Guy Gomer.
Just how do we know? Oh, okay. So how do we know when it ends? So these grey
Yeah.
lines are going on with a thread.
Yeah.
So when it ends like this. End of the last episode of Blackadder.
Oh.
Oh yeah, that was quite emotional. That
Yeah,
one. It's supposed to be this
before.
really comedic one, but
Yeah.
it's the bit where they're going over the top.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, astonishing moment. Yeah.
Yeah, Blackadder. God, that's a series that I've seen snippets of, but need to watch more of it probably.
Yeah.
Yes.
So more. The 2012 Olympics opening ceremony.
Yeah, that was a good one. It was a very good
Uh,
opening ceremony. I
With
quite
Rowan
enjoyed it.
Atkinson playing as Mr. Bean as well. I love that
Indeed.
bit.
Chariots of
Everyone thought it was
Fire.
going to be shit. Yeah, I think there was things where.
Yeah, there were so many people in the run-up who were just like already sort of saying, "Oh, it's going to be shit" before it even happened. It's ridiculous, but yeah,
Mr. Bean's sequence was the greatest thing.
Yeah.
I've got to agree with you there.
indeed. Oh,
I hear
yes.
you're racist
I
now,
hear you're
Father.
racist now, Father. That's
Oh,
Father
Father
Ted.
Ted.
That is
Yeah,
a
that's
brilliant episode. That one. Father Ted has a lot of brilliant stuff in it
Well,
as well.
yeah, this is the thing about these comedies. They are fantastic. Oh, there it is.
Yeah.
Del Boy leaning on the bar that wasn't there anymore.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Yeah, never. That was some absolutely perfect time comedy. That is absolutely fun. There's the one I mentioned, the chandelier, the big
Yeah.
reference to the chandelier, and the Batman and Robin sequence.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Indeed. I had another thought actually of the Father Ted one, which is, I don't know if you've seen it, where he and Dougal are sat in like a caravan and he has like a toy cow in his hand. He's saying to Dougal, "These cows are small." And he points out the window, "Those ones are just far away." And Dougal's like, "I don't get it, Ted." It's brilliant.
Right, those are some interesting ones. Very nice. Okay.
Yeah, oh, that's a
Move
good
on.
one. Yeah.
Let's move on to the next question. Okay.
It's you to read.
No.
Oh, did I? No, I just
it's
did the
it.
previous one. Yeah.
Can I legally refuse to sell my house to someone I don't like in the UK? Okay, I live in a flat in a converted Georgian building. Most of my neighbours are great, but the family that live next to us are profoundly unpleasant, and they own 2 of the flats. They're probably well off enough to buy our flat too, but I'm loath to sell to them because they'll make everyone else's life impossible. If I put the flat on sale and they try to buy, can I refuse it to sell them?
Well, I think
Okay.
you don't have to respond to their offer. I mean, it's up to you to choose
Yeah.
who you want to sell it to. As far as I'm aware, it's not. I don't know if there's any law that says it has to go to like the highest bidder or whatever. I
Yeah,
think
so
you
I
get
think
to.
it's-
As far as I'm aware, I mean, yeah, I think the answer to that is yes. But then again, I'm not a legal expert. So
Yeah, I think it would be best to have a chat with the lawyer on that one
Yeah.
and see what's to do. But if you don't want to sell it, then don't sell it. I would.
yeah.
That's the thing.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you can refuse to sell to certain ones and pick whoever you want to sell it to. So don't see why that would be an issue. Watch just the comments now. Somebody saying lawyer here, you're completely wrong. You can't do it.
Well, the first comment is actually by a mod,
Ah.
so they'll have a good one.
Yeah.
So they say, as long as you aren't refusing the sale due to a protected characteristic, race, sexuality, etc.,
Yeah.
and you can choose who you sell to. Last time I checked, being a jerk wasn't protected.
Yeah,
Exactly.
indeed.
You see?
Just as long as you're not discriminating, that's fine. You're able to accept any offer you like. We were offered more by a buy-to-let landlord, but went with the young family, first-time buyers, because fuck landlords. Yeah.
Okay,
I mean,
yeah.
indeed.
Absolutely.
So yeah, I was right. You can pretty much sell to who you want. Yeah, and you don't even have to like tell the ones you've refused it to why you've refused it.
Right,
You don't-
yeah,
You don't have
absolutely.
to tell them. It's no, they can't force you. All you have to say something like, "I had a better offer from someone else," and then just leave it there. You don't have to
Exactly.
tell them, how much they offered. You don't have to say anything.
Don't say anything.
Yeah.
The people who we bought our house from did this. We were just starting as a family and really wanted the house. Could only just about manage the asking price though. Same thing happened. Buy to let landed off more about 8k. They said no, they want the family home to go to another family and start new memories.
Yeah.
Right.
Good on the seller there. Yeah. Indeed.
Okay, well that's a little bit interesting. Right, let's
Yeah.
move on.
So
Okay.
my turn. How do you get your life back on track after breakup/divorce? Is an interesting one to have in Ask UK. 33, bloke here, no kids, recently out of an 8-year relationship. So long I coasted and followed what she wanted in life. Now I'm left to my own device and I'm pretty lost, to be honest. What do I even do? I work from home, I'm hitting the gym a lot. Most of my friends are a distance away and married/kids, so they don't really have time for me, very small amount of family. Just feels like I have no life trajectory anymore. I always figured I'd go down the marriage/kids route, but I don't know anymore. I'd have to start from scratch. I honestly couldn't think of anything worse than getting in a relationship again right now. Thinking of getting a dog though, since once I own my own property again, maybe I'll become the loner dog bloke.
I would think that it's best to do it in stages.
Yeah.
Work on other things if you want to start a new relationship. Maybe don't be as quick. If you want to start a new relationship, have a look around. Obviously, they've got loads of dating sites and things like that.
Indeed.
Work on other things, maybe doing carry on with your job, going to the gym, keep that going as well. If you want to get a pet, that always helps. Pets help as well, I would say. I've not had a breakup or a divorce or anything like that, so I'm not really the best person to go from.
I would say maybe kind of don't worry too much about getting into a relationship straight away again. I mean, if it happens, it happens. But getting a dog, sure. Think about what your own dreams are for life. Where do you want to be, and then plan from there. Because, like you say, if you've sort of just been sort of following what your previous partner wanted in life, then maybe it's time for you to sit down and think, where do you want to be, and actually have a serious think about that, and think about alternate paths that maybe don't necessarily involve actively trying to pursue a relationship, and see where it goes from there. Because there are options available to you by the sound of it.
Absolutely. Okay.
Yeah. Fun mother ducker. Hey bro, 33, just been through basically the same thing. Take the time off from relationships and have a relationship with yourself for a while. When you're ready to get back into dating, you'll know. Don't force things or rush things or jump straight onto dating sites. Figure out what you want your future to look like and then start working slowly, I would add towards that. Dog is a great idea, but be careful not to expect it to fill that hole in your life. It's a bit intense taking on a dog on your own, similar to having to child out.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah,
that
indeed.
That's some good advice there. That's fantastic. Find something to focus on that help your mental health. Try out stuff, go on a sailing hiking holiday as well. These are all useful information.
Find something to occupy your mind. That's a good one. Yeah,
absolutely.
Indeed.
Okay.
That's the one we just did.
Right. I think it's you, isn't it? Yeah. Because I read that one. Yeah.
Was it?
Yeah.
Sorry. God, I'm getting real confused. Why would a man sit in his stationary car for several hours every evening? In front of our apartment balcony in London, a man sits in his car for a long time, probably for an hour or two. He then leaves to go to what I assume is his own apartment. It happens at almost the same time every night, and I'm wondering why someone might do this. He appears to be on his phone, not speaking throughout.
Okay.
Oh boy. That's an odd one. We'll probably both. I would imagine both of our minds here have probably gone to the sort of worst case explanation that he's casing the joint.
Yeah, for a burglary. Yeah, it could be doing
possibly.
If he's not speaking on his phone, maybe just listening to a recording.
Maybe.
He's doing it that does seem a bit strange, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Why would he be sitting there?
There could be another explanation. Who knows? Maybe someone with just having a bit of a bad mental time and just needs like a moment, and they just find themselves sat in a kind of
maybe that's
quiet spot. Maybe.
Okay.
I don't know. It's a tough one.
Could be in a bit of peace and quiet he gets all day.
Maybe. Yeah. So it could be that for all we know.
Could be just doing that. Okay, let's
go down to the next starting thread.
Probably hates his wife. Oh dear, yeah. He's going
yes.
Or some decompression time before going home.
That could be
that's an option.
Could be his home life. It's just not great.
Yeah. I used to sit in my car for a couple of hours each day after work so I could chill and decompress before going home. I had to stop though because somebody nearby my apartment would stop watching me.
Yeah. I
think he's being joking.
Oh right, okay.
Person,
Yeah. That is the alternate explanation, maybe, which is kind of sad. Maybe if, his home life isn't very good.
Yeah, trying to get a bit of
just away time. Yeah,
okay.
Indeed.
Right. What do you think about people using parent and child car park spaces, parent and child, but not having any children with them? I regularly see people parking parent and child spaces with no children. I always thought they're extra wide to allow for buggies, etc. The idea being as helpful you've got to shop with your kids. But why do people use them when they don't have their kids with them? I've never asked anyone. Do they justify saying, I've got kids, just not here, so it's still my space? Don't have kids myself, so never park in them.
Yeah, I would just always thought that if you're going to park in there, you should have your kids.
No,
with
you should have your child with
Yeah.
you. No, I think you do have to have your child with you, even if
Yeah.
you've got a child, but you've left them at home or left them elsewhere. No, you don't have it. You don't have the excuse. I'm sorry, but
Yeah,
it's specifically for parent and child
indeed.
people.
There's always somebody who parks in the space that they're not supposed to be in, whether it's like parent, child, disabled space or
Disabled,
whatever. Indeed, you just think.
I think we're going to
dude,
get a lot of comments saying no, they can't be doing this.
Yeah,
So
I have a
that's-
feeling that's a foregone one. Because people are
There we
selfish
go.
twats. There you go.
That's
Yeah.
all there is to it. The worst are the ones who have a kid's car seat in the back, but the kid isn't with them. Yeah.
Yeah. Indeed.
And
Yeah.
because they're usually close to the door, yes.
Yeah.
Same question would be, why do people park in disabled spots that aren't disabled? It's just people being selfish. Yeah.
Yeah. Same kind of reasons. Yeah. Laziness, selfishness.
Yeah.
Because the bell ends who think of nobody but themselves. Yeah.
Certified hotels is cunts in my opinion.
Yeah.
Okay. Right.
My turn. So, what income makes you rich, quote unquote?
Right.
I often hear people and politicians in the UK saying things like tax the rich, but what does rich actually mean? How much are you earning before you're considered rich, and how much tax is too much? That's a
okay.
tricky one. I don't think there is really a kind
A set income that make
Yeah.
where you say you're rich, and how much tax is too much?
Yeah.
Well, if you're taxing someone 5 million,
Yeah.
that's pretty amount of tax. Yeah.
The thing is, I think there's other factors here that go into this. Like, even if you're earning a huge amount of money, what are your outgoings, and like, are they
Yeah,
on
you've got to
essential
consider that,
things?
absolutely.
Because, like, if you're earning, say, I don't know, like 5,000 a month, but you're having to pay what, like, I don't know. I mean, this is a pretty extreme example, but like 3,500 a month in rent or something. Then, I mean, I don't know really of any places that would charge that much, but I'm sure they exist. Then there's other considerations here, I feel. So just something to bear in mind with that one.
Yeah,
I
absolutely.
don't think there is an easy answer to that.
We can look
Rich-
purely at the interest in your bank
Yeah.
accounts, right? Yeah,
true,
yeah,
yeah.
that could be a big factor.
Yeah,
Um,
indeed. That's about to say, like, for example, the money in your bank account, does it go anywhere? Things like that.
exactly. Well, yeah,
Yeah.
you've got to think about that, haven't you?
It's still about interest, a lot of it, this
Yeah.
one.
Well, that's basically what.
Yeah. Next one.
Okay. How to stop smear test letters after hysterectomy. I had hysterectomy in the NHS medical room a few years ago and I no longer have a cervix. I left the UK for a couple of years and returned. I now live 5 miles from the hospital I performed it. I keep getting letters from the NHS about booking a smear test for cervical cancer. My GP surgery says there's not one sending them, so they can't stop them. No contact detail letters. How do I stop receiving these letters?
No idea. I'm afraid I can't
Yeah.
help you with that one.
Yeah, that
If
was,
it's coming from the hospital, go into the hospital reception, just see if you can find someone to speak to.
Yeah,
but
if it's not the GP, you need to. I would say look,
Yeah.
have your hospital and see what they're going.
But that's
Is
all
there
I
a
can
return
really
address
say.
on it? Have a look at that one as well.
yeah,
That's the comment saying there might be. Oh, so apparently a GP can stop them. But okay.
it will be the cytology smear lead who has these access to it. We can submit requests to the screening team that send the invites and take people like yourself off the list. It's not annoyingly as easy as just coding the hysterectomy in your medical records. Should be, but it's one of those examples of separate systems that don't talk to each other.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, so not joined up communication within the NHS.
Right, so you need to contact the nursing team.
Yeah.
There you go. So that's a good answer, I'd say.
Yeah,
That's
probably yeah.
Okay,
the answer
we
to
shall
that
do
one.
one last one on here, and we
Okay.
shall do which is you.
Okay, what's the poshest hotel you stayed in, and was it worth it? Or if it was free or cheap for any lucky reason, would you have deemed it worth the full price?
Okay. I have one. I would say was when I went to Cardiff for work, and we went to a hotel called the Village. It was absolutely gorgeous. The room was really nice. The evening meal we had was nice. It was just really good, and the bedrooms were amazing. It was like 5-star or something,
Yeah.
but really fantastic. So. I don't think, to be honest, I didn't really pay for it. It was paid for by work, so
Yeah.
it was even better.
Yeah, so in that case, you'd have said if you had to pay full price, would you have deemed it worth it?
Yeah, oh, definitely.
Yeah.
Oh, definitely. 100%.
Indeed, yeah. I'm trying to think of hotels I've been to. I wouldn't say I've been to any like super kind of posh, super expensive ones, but like for example, I mean, I've been to nice ones though, ones that I would say are worth the price that they ask for. Like I remember when I was still living up north and just before I moved down here to the south, I remember like the White Hart Hotel in Swindon, which is by
Yeah.
White Hart pub, part of that whole establishment. I mean, it was good enough. It was nice. I remember actually once going on a trip with family down south, like the south coast.
Yeah.
There were like these. Well, it wasn't really a hotel, but it was like these sort of beach hut type villas. They were called the beach huts. They weren't actually on the beach, but they were sort of like beach hut themed. But it was like basically a small kind of like little house, a couple of bedrooms, nice big lounge, and that was quite just really nice and relaxing to be in. It was like in the countryside. It was really lovely. So that was good. That was a good one to be at.
That's a good one, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So the comments. I stayed in a Premier Inn Plus room in a Premier Inn once. It was alright, probably not worth the extra to be honest. The fridge was nice, but apart from that, it was basically better Wi-Fi and a fancy coffee machine.
Premier Plus.
That's good. A nice hotel in Prague. Yeah, Prague.
I want to go to Prague.
Savoy in London.
Yeah,
that's,
here you
yeah,
go.
That's,
Yes.
and the Palace Hotel in Madrid. Richard Branson's place in Marrakesh. Oh, okay, I bet that would have been nice. Yeah, there's some nice hotels that
Yeah.
I've been to and I've certainly been to.
Indeed.
Lovely.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, well, I guess we're wrapping up with that one there
this
then.
one, yeah,
that was a
okay.
nice little one. To be honest, there were some questions there that weren't really very UK specific, I
Yeah.
would say. But yeah, I mean, you know, we tried to give as best a bunch of answers as we could do on that one. Bear in mind, we are not legal experts or experts on
On experts, but we gave good
Yeah.
answers. Some of the comments are really good, I must say.
Yeah, indeed. Indeed. There we go. So thanks for joining me, Phil.
I'm enjoying these Reddit ones. We're having a good time.
Yeah, good, aren't they? So Facebook and Twitter links down below, along with a link to my propagandist channel for anyone interested. And if you enjoyed, any likes always appreciated. That includes you, Phil. You have to leave a like as well.
I'm
you
not
know.
going to.
Oh well, that's unfortunate, isn't it? Well, oh dear, I'm afraid we're going to have to ask you to leave right now.
I
Get in
will
that
not be
car of
doing
yours.
any
Get
that.
out of here.
I will not be doing any.
Get
stuff
out
like
of
it.
here.
In fact, can I dislike it?
Oh wow. Well, unfortunately, YouTube doesn't have
Yeah, it
dislike
doesn't have
anymore.
dislike anymore, does it now?
Yeah, it doesn't. There we go. Yeah. Well, I was like, goodbye, everybody.
Goodbye.
You know, I think this blue one look great on mine. We're getting into it as well.
Very forward.
When Teehee or Irving is such a flirt, you just want to see who's had armoured skirts.
Yes.
That's exactly
Exactly.
what's going on.
Exactly.
Well, I can't exactly deny that. Oh my god. Before he was not much of anything, now he's just
Just let go of it completely.
It doesn't really. How about I try it on so I use this suit anyway?
Oh no.
I'll be behind that.
After 3 much, like wearing a bikini.
Here we go.
Yeah. Oh, it's even got an iron cross in it, would you believe
Nice
it?
as well.
Yeah.
So what do you think? 6. Yeah.
Hot down,
That's
yes.
it. Hot Dad, did I see you in that movie Mitch in uniform? What?
Uniform.
Yeah. Teehee, is that an armor plantain
Oh, for God's sake.
Is it really that good?
Brilliant. Brilliant.
It's like honey pop all over
I
again.
know.